Here we go. You should be able to see my desktop, my Biology 101 course. We're going to start talking about the group manager. And if you could, within our polling, if you could just give me a green check if you have used groups in your course before. I'm curious as to how many people in this cohort has actually used our groups tool in the past. And while you're doing that, I'm going to be also demonstrating here. To go to our groups, for those of you that might not have used it, it's under our users and groups under our course management. You'll see that the groups option is located there, just as it was previously. When I click on that, you'll see that we now have the list of the groups that I have created within my course. Excellent. I see that there's a large number of individuals that have used groups. In my list of groups here, I'm going to show you how we can create either a single group or a group set. Just to distinguish between the two, the group set is basically allows me to organize numerous groups within that set. So for example, my group set here on the page, I have a lab demonstration, but then I have individual groups that are identified by times so that I can have students self-enroll into the time slot that they would like to come in for their lab demonstration. In another example here, I have a week 1 group project. And within this group project, they can select either animals, plants, mountains, or water. So I allow the students to self-select which category they would like to be a part of to work within that group. So let's go into the create part, and I'm just going to select the manual enroll to show you some of the new features that are now in the group manager. You still have a name and description, and you have the ability to add tools to that group, as you can see there. Here is a new feature that is included in the group manager, and from here you can create a smart view for this group. The smart view allows you to have within your grade center a view of all of the students and their participation in the course by just checking this box. You're also going to have the ability to see that smart view from within the groups tool. There's also been an enhancement with how to add users. For those of you that have used the group tool in the past, you remember that the users were listed here, and then you would select them and you can drag and drop them over into the member association for that group. It required you to physically move each individual over, and it was quite time consuming. Now we have where you can actually select, either by selecting all of them, or if you wanted to select individual members, you can go through and very quickly select those individuals and add them to the group. So again, looking for that faculty efficiency, being able to save time and make things less cumbersome and clicky as you go through and create your groups. So that's the creation of the groups. Now let's take a look at some of the bulk actions. You can delete a group, or you can create a smart view for a group if there's not already a smart view. One of the bulk actions or the view options that I really appreciate is being able to show the tool availability. So when I click on Show Tool Availability, you can see here that all of my groups are listed and the tools that are in each of those groups. So let's say, for example, that my group set, Week 1 group project, that they wanted to have a wiki added to their groups. All I would have to do is just hover over the wiki, change that red X to a green check. Now, the wiki has been added to those groups, and now they can utilize that tool in their group. It makes it so much easier to be able to add tools and to change the dynamics within those groups. If we come over and take a look at group sets up here in the right-hand corner, when I click on group sets, it allows me then to be able to look at the group sets and to manage and edit anything that I would like to within those group sets. And then to take a look at all users. Now I have a page that is going to show me all the users in my course and what groups they're a part of, or if they're not a part of a group. For example, Annie Adams joined the class late after the add drop period, so she was not added to a group. I need to add her to a group. I can either add her individually to a group by clicking there and selecting the group that I'm going to add her to, or if she's part of the several students that need to be added to the group, I can come down and select those students, go back to the top of the page, and add multiple users to groups. And then I can select the group that I need to add those students to. Again, making it more efficient for the faculty member. Let's talk a little bit about the ability to import and export. For both the group sets and for the individual groups, you're going to see the ability to export and to import. For example here, my sign-up lab time, which is the lab demonstration. I've created this lab demonstration sign-up page with 20 lab periods for the students to sign up for the period that best suits their schedule. I've created that, and I want to be able to use that in several of my courses. So now I can actually take this lab demonstration group set, export that, and then import that into my other courses, again, saving me time of having to recreate that same group set in all of my courses. So with talking with groups, the focus has been to really streamline and to make it more efficient and more effective for the faculty members and their participation in creating and managing those groups.